Movies are one of the best things to do when you're either in a relationship or maybe you're just bored with your family, you know. A lot of family night out, you know. Some movies that could have been enjoyable were, however, canceled or lost. This is 5 lost or canceled movies. American Dog. American Dog was a Disney movie written and directed by Chris Sanders that was due to be released in 2007. The protagonist of the film was a canine actor, Henry, who stars in his own show where he is a secret agent. Sanders described the plot as follows. Henry was a famous TV dog that finds himself stranded in the Nevada desert, out in the world for the first time. Henry's tidy life of the scripted triumph has come to an end, and his 2,000-mile trek through the real world is just beginning. Ultimately, the movie was considered too surreal and too bold. Sanders was kicked off the team and replaced with Chris Williams and Byron Howard. This movie spurring Sanders to leave Disney entirely. The movie was soon edited and became Bolt, which was released in 2008 in honor of American Dog. Sanders reused the eye patch wearing cat in the webcomic Kisalu. Batman Fights Dracula was a 1967 Filipino comedic parody film directed by Leody M. Diaz and written by Bert R. Mendoza, starring Jing Abelos and Dante Rivero as a titular, I don't know how to pronounce that word, characters respectively. As the name suggests, the movie centers around a battle between the cult figures Batman and Dracula. It is considered by many to be one of the most sought-out after lost Asian films of all time. Unfortunately, very little information on the film has surfaced other than the standard production details such as the cast and crew. Although at least one person has undertaken a personal search effort for the film, which sadly went unfulfilled, that is, until a great amount of new information surfaced about the Filipino blog Pelicula ATBP. The story concerned a mad scientist named Dr. Zorba, who after repeatedly being defeated by Batman, finds a way to resurrect the wicked Count Dracula, control him, and make him even stronger than before, rendering him invincible towards traditional ways of killing him, such as Christian crosses. After tracking down Zabora at his underground fortress, Ruben, a character based on the existing sidekick Robin, and the beautiful Merida managed to kill the evil doctor somehow, turning the vampire against him. There was no screenshots or even footage of the film. The only evidence of the film exists is its promotional poster. Inside Out, Bing Bong's original death. Inside Out is a 2015 CGI animated movie by Pixar. It tells the story of a young girl named Riley and her emotions as they try to adjust to a new life in San Francisco. Towards the end of the film, Joy and Bing Bong fall in a memory dump after Riley steals her mother's credit card in order to pay a ticket for a ride aboard a bus operated by Chansway Bus Lines. After a while, they try to escape the dump by using Bing Bong's rocket. After the first 2 attempts fail, Bing Bong tries to convince Joy to come with him one more time. In the middle of the ride, he sacrifices his life by jumping off the rocket. According to Bing Bong's voice actor, Richard Kind, the original cut of the final part of the scene was 40 seconds to a minute longer. The audience could hear him pleading more and see his part-faded body. Many people who worked at Pixar preferred this version of the scene better than the one shown in the final version. It was cut, however, due to concerns that it would be too upsetting for the audience to view. According to Kind, it was very similar to the scene in Bambi where his mother dies. The consensus at Pixar decided it would be cut from the final film. The original cut has not been released to the public domain. It is not even shown as a deleted scene on the Blu-ray or Disney movies anywhere, which shows uncompleted scenes from the time of the movie, known as Brainstorm. Big Bugman is is a unreleased animated superhero movie that was noteworthy for being Marlon Brando's last performance. The film starred Brendan Fraser as Howard Kind, an employee of a candy factory who is bitten by bugs, becoming the superhero Big Bug Man. However, he soon becomes corrupted by the business world. The film was scheduled to be released in 2006, but was delayed to 2007 and then to 2008, but nothing has been heard regarding the project's release since. Only storyboard sequences have been found online. But it is most likely to never be released because of Marlon Brando's death.
I speak not to this.
It will forever be remembered as Marlon Brando's last performance, but it's not what you think.
He gave me all of Judy's records. Same pills, too. I'm somewhere over the rainbow right now.
It's Brando as a woman, Mrs. Sauer, in the
Dumbo 2. Dumbo 2 was a planned sequel movie to the 1941 animated Disney film Dumbo that would have been directed by Robert C. Ramirez, who also directed DreamWorks' Joseph King of the Dreams. It was scheduled to be released in 2001, but production was canceled by John Lasseter after he was named Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios in early 2006. The plot, however, taking one day after the events of the first film, the story would have involved Dumbo, Timothy Q. Mouse, and a host of other baby animals, each of whom apparently presented a different stage of childhood, is separated from the circus while trying to find their way back. Each character, however, learned to fix their flaws.